Really, really amazing because you've played such a huge part in my life. And I love you so much. So I'm an Ayurvedic practitioner, and I'm the founder of Hamsa Ayurveda and Yoga in Chicago. And if you don't know what Ayurveda is, that's okay. It's an ancient healing modality from India. It's yoga's sister science. And so it teaches that by living in alignment with nature's seasons and cycles and cues, we enhance health and body and mind. But when we detour from nature, we foster disease processes. So these are very practical lifestyle practices, but it is also a medical system as well. So it is used to prevent imbalance from developing in the body, but also to treat disease if it does manifest. So tonight I'm going to be talking about some spring practices that you can do on a daily basis that can help you to stay in balance. Okay, so we're in the spring season, and actually as of March 1st was a big entry into the spring season itself. And this is a great time to step into Ayurvedic lifestyle practices, actually. This is kind of like the Ayurvedic New Year. And the reason for that is just what happens to us physiologically at this time of the year. So during the winter time and during all seasonal junctions, actually, our bodies actually become more insulin resistant. And a lot of times when people hear insulin resistance, they think of bad things like pre-diabetes, sugar intolerance, different metabolic disorders. But actually, in the winter, it serves us because it used to be that for many thousands of years, during the winter, our stores would be reduced and we would need to survive for longer periods of time off of lower amounts of food. But what happens with our modern conveniences is that many of us don't adjust our diet. And so we continue to eat the same way all year long, and that can have impacts on the body. But during spring, the insulin naturally decreases. And so this is one of the reasons why this is this optimal time for us to align into the spring season, into the yearly cycle. By doing that, you enhance your metabolism, you help to balance your blood sugar, you help to balance your weight, because if you do this so many times year after year, your body can get frozen into insulin resistance and you can start to hold on to weight, actually. So this is the ideal time of the year to do a detox practice or some kind of cleansing or caloric restriction. So I wanted to share just some daily lifestyle practices that can be helpful to you that you can start implementing right away that are in alignment with the spring. So the first one is tongue scraping. So this is a tongue scraper and you can pick it up at any natural grocer. Just looks like mine's made of copper. So the Ayurvedic ones are made from copper. And what you do in the morning, I'm not going to show you my tongue. I'm going to turn to the side. But you stick out your tongue and you literally just scrape your tongue. And if your digestive system is working well and you're not too toxic, then you won't take off that much residue from your tongue. But if your digestive system is sluggish, or if you had, like an excessive night the night before, or if you've been eating things that are incompatible with your diet, your body type, then you will see a thick white residue. And so a lot of people, think that they can just brush that stuff off their tongue. But no, it's not as good. You need an actual tongue scraper. And if you've never done it and you do it, you'll never go back, I promise, after you see what comes off. And so in our system, if you don't scrape it off your tongue, you actually absorb that stuff back into your body. And so it's actually like toxic residue. So scraping that off of your tongue is a really good idea. The next thing is dry skin brushing. And so then again, you can get this at any natural grocery store. And you can just keep it in your shower and you just do light brushing on your skin towards your heart. When you do your arms, you lift your arm above your head and you're always going towards your heart. You can spend extra time on your neck, your legs, and just do it over your entire body. And so we do this to help with manually stimulating the lymphatic fluid through the body. So the lymph is your body's cellular waste. So it's made of this clear fluid. It collects all the waste from your cells. It moves through your body where it's meant to get dumped into the right eliminatory organs and expelled from your body. Your lymph system is a circulatory system, just like your blood system is a circulatory system. but your blood relies on your heartbeat to push the blood through your body. Your lymph fluid doesn't have a pump. It relies on skeletal movement, so like moving your body around, and your breathing. So if you're not moving around and you're not breathing well and you're sedentary and you're not taking full breaths, which a lot of us, when we're in a fearful state or we're underneath chronic stress, we start breathing more shallowly, then we're not detoxifying like we could. And you can start to see things like pooling of lymph below your belly button. So if you feel like bloated and swollen underneath your belly, or strong sensitivities to salt, so you retain water really easily. Your ring's it's hard to get your ring on and off. Those are all signs of stagnant lymph. For women, you can have additional like stronger premenstrual syndrome symptoms, swollen breasts or bloating. It's signs of sluggish lymph. So dry skin brushing can really help with that. Just keeping it in your shower again and just using it whenever you take a shower. And then another practice is something that's called Abhyanga. So this is an herbal oil that you can use. Abhyanga is massage, so massage with oils. We use oils in Ayurveda like supplements, actually, or like a vitamin. So whatever you put on your skin, your body consumes. Just like people use like a progesterone cream or a nicotine patch, actually goes into your lymphatic system. And so we use oils like a supplement, basically. We have many different oils in Ayurveda that have been infused with different herbs. And if you wanted a traditional Ayurvedic oil, you could get one from a company called Banyan Botanicals. They have some, or Kerala Ayurveda. They have some traditional oils. But if you just wanted to get started, you could pick up a bottle of untoasted sesame seed oil, again, from your natural grocery store. And that's generally an oil that's good for all types. That's really good for rejuvenation and for the tissues and for circulation, and it's anti-aging. And you just self-massage, rub it all over your body, let it absorb for 45 minutes, and then you want to make yourself sweat. So you could do that by taking a hot bath or exercise or sitting in a sauna, and then you shower it off. And so that's a really wonderful practice too. And the last practice I want to share with you is drinking spiced waters. So we use spices in Ayurveda for a wide variety of reasons, but a big reason is to help with regulating digestive function. So we have different digestive types in our system also. Digestion is the epicenter of the immune system. More and more holistic, circles are starting to teach about this and understand this more and more, how our digestion and faulty digestion is connected to many different types of diseases, and also even how it impacts our mind. So there's a strong connection between faulty digestion and anxiety and depression because of how it creates inflammation in the body and impacts the brain, actually. So digestion is really important. And one way to keep yours strong is by drinking spiced waters. So different spices have different effects. Some spices are heating, some spices are cooling. But a good spiced water that's good for all different types, basically. They don't have to know what your specific digestive type is or understand very much about spices. You can use this one right away. It's something called CCFT. CCFT. And so it's an equal blend of spices, fennel seed, coriander seed, and cumin seed. So you could just keep that in a cup on your counter, and then just take a quarter teaspoon and put it in a cup, top it with boiling hot water, and you could sip it. Or you could put it in a tea bag. Some people like to chew on the spices. I personally don't like it. It gets caught in my throat and everything. But you could just keep it in a spice bag and then just take the spice bag out and drink 2 to 4 cups of that a day during the spring season. So that's going to help you to keep your digestion strong and cleanse your lymphatic system.
I want to wash your pain away, heal those wounds with love.